Greetings guys, girls, non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are well and I hope that you are fighting, because there is a lot to be fighting for. As you can see, once again today I am in a new location. I am now in Wellington at Kat's house with her family. So that is where I am right now. I drove all the way from Auckland down to here. I made 3 stops. Stopped in Ohope Beach, Morere, and then Napier. And now I'm here, and then we're gonna drive all the way back up. A lot of driving, lots of scary roads. If you want to hear more about it, I'll make a video talking about it on my second channel, Kiwi. And I also, on Patreon for my Kiwi Bird and Kiwi Cat members, post little travel vlogs. So if you want to see little travel vlogs of all these little adventures, then you can do that if you join my Patreon at patreon.com/savvycat, and that would be super appreciated. Yeah, okay, today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be possibly a little chaotic. So basically, for years and years, I've been pretty certain that I have ADHD. It started with my therapists telling me that they thought I had ADHD, but I never got around to getting it diagnosed because I already take medication for mood disorders and stuff, and I was like, I don't really want to overwhelm myself. Until recently, work got super overwhelming and I was like, okay, I wanted to see if medication will help. So I went and I got a formal diagnosis, and yeah, so a couple weeks back I was formally diagnosed with ADHD. Shocker, who would have guessed? Definitely none of you. It's not like I get countless comments talking about the ADHD vibes of my videos, or when I say I've forgotten to take my medication, everyone just assumes I've forgotten to take my ADHD meds. Now you can't assume that. It's official. I am now medicated. So I thought I would make a video looking at ADHD memes, and yeah, I did this for BPD a few months back and you all seemed to really enjoy that, so I thought I'd do it again because I thought it was a bit fun. It's a bit validating, it's a good time, we're gonna do that. Before we get into it, I just would like to mention that for this video I am partnering with Yours app, and I will talk about them a little bit later on. Yeah, anyway, I started Ritalin about a week ago and I genuinely can't tell if it's working. I thought it's definitely doing something, but I can't tell a significant difference. My work ethic hasn't really changed. It's not really done too much. And I've seen people talk about how the immediate effects of it and how their life is instantly improved. And I'm like, okay, maybe this one's not working. Maybe I need to change it. Talking to my psychiatrist shortly, but anyone who's on ADHD meds, trialed them, etc. Please let me know your experiences and what worked for you and how long it took and stuff, because medication is a big kind of scary thing. I've gone on and off a few different meds before in my life, and yeah, any advice, any validation, whatever, would be super appreciated, so leave that below. I know a lot of you also have ADHD, so this is going to be a good fun sharing time. Alright, so let's get into the memes. So, this is a brain and a person speaking. Brain: hey Brian, these tasks are really piling up. I'll do them tomorrow. And you'll actually do them, right? You'll actually do them, right? See, I was meant to film this video a week ago. Here we are. I was meant to film it yesterday and the day before yesterday too. I've said every day, I'll do it. And now it's it's due tomorrow. So I'm doing it today. Gotta edit it still. Who needs sleep, right? And I have another video, 2 other videos that I've planned and written scripts for that are ready to go for a month. They've been there for a month, but they don't have a due date. So I just haven't done them. They're just sitting in my computer, just waiting for me to do, and I don't. I should, I haven't. Will I? Maybe. Invoices. I have invoices that I've needed to pay since December. They're so easy to do. It's such a simple task. I just have to type in a number into my bank account. Done. Have I done it? No. Okay, we got 2 buttons. Do the work that's due in 3 hours. Stare at the wall, panicking about the work that is due in 3 hours. See, you'd think it'd be an easy choice, but it's not. I'm gonna choose to stare at the wall every single time. The amount of days I just literally stare at the wall, panicking about what to do, because I don't know where to start. Too many things. I don't know what to do. How's my brain meant to sort through that? Every task is too small. When you have lots of small tasks, they're all boring. They only take 10 seconds to complete. Why do I need to do them right now? I could do them anytime that I want. They only take 10 seconds. They're so easy. So I don't want to do them now. And I don't know where to start. There's too many. It's too overwhelming. It's too many. Too easy, which makes it too hard. You know? Like, I can't. I can't do it. I have to get Kat to help me. Kat helps me with all of my small tasks. She captions all my videos and also just makes sure I actually like complete things and sits down with me and does them with me, because otherwise I can't do it. I just can't do it. I wake up really early because this habit that I got into when I was at uni, I would have like a song due. So I'd have to like write and record my song and then submit it at like 10 a.m. before our class. And so I wouldn't have it recorded. The easiest part, like I've written the song, it's ready to go. I just need to record the vocals. And I just wouldn't do it. It's the easiest part. I literally just have to record. I just literally have to hit record and sing into my microphone. But like something in my head, I couldn't do it. I can't do it. It's too much. So what I would do is it's like 8 p.m. and I'm like, can't do this right now. It's too stressful. I'm too tired. You know, it's been a long day. I'll go to bed and I'll do it in the morning. And so then I would have to set an alarm to wake up at 4 a.m. to do my recording, so it would be in exactly as it was due. And essays, oh my god, all through uni, terrible. An essay would be due like midday on Thursday. So what I would do is I would put it off and put it off and put it off and then wake up at 3 a.m. on Thursday morning and sit and research and write my essay for 6 hours straight. And then it was in on time and it was good. And I got A's most of the time. So, you know, there is a method to my madness. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. I have terrible, terrible study habits. I can't do it. It's too much. It's too hard. I'm doing what I'm just talking about and I just woke up and I'm editing this video, so I look a mess. But I thought that right now would be a good time to mention, in the midst of this conversation, that I graduated uni a couple weeks ago. Woo! I finally did it. I might make a video about it on the second channel because, you know, I started uni early and I finished uni late because of mental health and stuff, and I feel like that's a good conversation to have, so I might do a video talking about that if you want to hear about my journey with uni. So anyway, yay, I'm proud of myself. I didn't know if I would make it, and I did it. I now have my Bachelor of Music, so yeah. You ever want to try a new art thing, but you're like, no practice, only good? It's me with everything. I want to do so many things, but I want to be instantly good at it. I have no time to practice. I have no patience to practice. I just want to do it, and I want to be good at it straight away. I can't stand not being good at it. If I'm not good at it, I'm not going to do it. It's like I play piano, right? I've played piano for most of my life. I've technically been playing piano for 17 years. Am I any good at it? No. Like, I never could get around to practicing. I would start and immediately I'm distracted by everything. I just want to be good at it. I just want to be able to play the piano. I just want to be able to play. It's too, my brain, I can't. I wanted to be like an Olympic swimmer, but I didn't want to like train for that. I loved swimming. And I did do competitive swimming, but I didn't want to train any harder. I just wanted to be good. I just wanted to be like really good, you know? And art, I'd love to be good at art. Could I be? I probably could be if I practiced, but I don't want to. I just want to be good at art. And I know that that's not how it works, but I really want to be good at art. I have terrible focus. This feels like a really good segue to talk about Yours app. The app that I am partnering with today for this video. Yours app is the fastest growing self-care and mindfulness app. It has a range of features to help you be more mindful. It can help you get a better sleep. It can help you manage stress and anxiety. It helps you with like breathing exercise and just overall mindfulness. Now, when Yours approached me to work with them, I was super excited because mindfulness is something that I think is really, really important. I really, really struggle with mindfulness. Obviously, I have ADHD. It's very hard for me to be mindful and to like sit with myself and to sit still. I really cannot sit still to save my life. But mindfulness is very important. It was the center of all of my therapy that I did as a teenager. It was the hardest part of therapy which is interesting because for a lot of people it's the easiest part, but I found it the hardest part. But it's also something that really, really helped me a lot. Breathing exercises and focusing on my breathing and going through like guided breathing meditation in order to get to sleep, which they have on Yours app, I found really helpful, and it really did improve my sleep. I find it really hard to be grounded, and I find things like meditation and yoga and breathing exercise really help bring me back down. I have a lot of out-of-body experiences a lot. I do have BPD, and that does cause me to go through, I have a lot of depersonalization or derealization. I always forget which one's which. I do that a lot. I'm like outside of my body behind a glass wall a lot, and I do find this really helps bring me back down. So if that is something that you are interested in and you are trying to be more mindful and more aware of yourself and more like at peace with yourself and regulate your emotions a bit more, then you can go to yoursapp.com/kiwi or use code kiwi to get 60% off your first full year of membership, which is normally $60, which compared to all other mindfulness apps that are out there is the best price for all the features that you get, which is really cool because you have access to everything the app has to offer for that. And you can also get a free 1-week trial, or there's a whole bunch of features that are just available for free that you can try out before you decide to purchase an annual subscription. Again, going to yoursapp.com/kiwi or using code kiwi. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy the app. I hope that it helps you ground yourself a little bit more and be more mindful in your day-to-day life. Now back to flip the switch to the ADHD memes. We're gonna jump right back to the other end of mindfulness. ADHD when you're passionate about what you're doing. I've been working on this project for 10 hours straight. I've accomplished in one day what would take a normal person an entire week. Nothing can stop me. I am a fucking god. ADHD when you aren't passionate. Washing dishes is very hard. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kat and I one time sat down and filmed a 3-hour video about the Stray Kids music videos. Like the storyline, just 3 hours. We just sat there and we filmed that whole thing and we wouldn't stop talking. As soon as I'm doing something in like that area, I could go forever. I made a whole PowerPoint presentation for our 1-year anniversary of standing them. And it took me like a full day. I just sat down and I made this massive PowerPoint presentation. And it was so good. It was so fun. And it was such an incredible, I'm so proud of that. Or I'm like writing scripts for specific videos that I feel really passionately about. I've got essays that I wrote for uni that were things that I was genuinely passionate about that I would write for ages. I did a whole like 8-page essay on like veganism and the environment for my environmental science class. I could just go forever. But then at the same time, Kat and I didn't take the recycling out for 4 months. And there was just a pile of recycling building in the corner because like, that's way too difficult. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to take it down 10 stories in an elevator, but like still, I don't want to take it down. I don't want to go outside. It's too much effort. It's too hard. It's difficult. The recycling can just live in the corner. It'll stress me out because the whole room is cluttered and it's like cluttered brain, cluttered space, but like I don't want to do it. It's too hard. But I can and will sit down and do a 2-hour reaction video to a music video. Like I will do that. I can do that. Eating like everyone else. Just normally eating. Strategically placing every bite so that the best part comes last and your mouth remembers it. Bro, I thought everyone did this. Doesn't everyone do this? Is this not a thing that we all do? This is the only way to do it. You need the best part last. Otherwise it needs to linger in your mouth. This is like the telltale sign that I was going to be vegan from like a very young age. When I was small, my favorite M&Ms were the red ones, right? So I would eat like all the M&Ms like normally and I'd save the red ones and I'd get to the red ones and I wouldn't eat them normally to have them like lasted in my mouth. I like swallowed them whole because I didn't want to hurt them. I wanted them to be like whole and have like a party and be happy together in my belly. So I used to do that. Pink jelly beans too. I would swallow those whole. This is how I can take like 8 pills straight. Like, I dry swallow my pills. I shouldn't. I do. Or I'll take like 8 pills at a time with just like 1 sip of water because I used to swallow my food whole because I didn't want to hurt it. And it's lasted in my mouth. Fruit salad too, like canned fruit salad. I would eat, like, the cherries were my favorite part, which is interesting because I hate glazed cherries, and I would swallow them whole. Why? You can't even taste them if you don't chew them. But it was, like, important to me that they were happy and I didn't hurt them. Talking about myself for an hour, actually listening to what my therapist thinks about it. That's exactly what therapy is for. This is the best and only way to have therapy. I sit down, I talk about myself, I tell you what's going on, I sort through my issues by speaking them out loud. You just listen. I just need someone to listen to me say it, and you be like, yeah, that sounds hard. I'm like, fucking, I know, right? That's all I need. I need a prompt. Be like, and what do you want to do? And I'm like, I should do this. I start speaking, and I'm talking, and I'm like, and I think I need to do this and this and this. I think that happens because this and this and this. And to fix that, I do this and this and this. You sit, you listen, I speak. You don't need to say anything. I know. I do know. I know what I'm meant to do. I know how it's supposed to go. But I need to say it out loud to, like, see the words, you know? Just need to speak it. And a therapist doesn't judge you, and they have the tools to, like, give you the correct prompts. That's all I need. That's all I want. As soon as a therapist tries telling me how to live my life, you're not my therapist anymore. Me, after reading the page of a book for the 6th time, only to realize that I retained none of the information that I have read and have to read it again. But now I'm distracted thinking about why I can't remember anything and have to go back and read the same page for the 8th time. And then I'm so aware of the fact that I'm reading, all I can do is hear each individual word in my head, and I can no longer picture it or retain anything that I'm reading because it's just words. Once I'm aware that I'm reading, I can't read anymore. Distracted, go back, read it, and then I'm like, wait, I still didn't read it. Wait, I still didn't read it. And then I read it too hard. It even happens when I'm watching like content that's not in English and I have to read subtitles. And I then become aware that I'm like reading instead of watching, and then I stop being able to understand what they're saying because I'm just reading words, and they're not words anymore, they're just sounds in my head. And then I can't watch it anymore because I've like fucked myself up and then have to try to focus on not reading. And once I'm focused on reading, how would I tell myself to not read anymore? It's difficult. It's hard. It's a struggle. I love this song. I will listen to it until it disgusts me. Okay. When I find a song or an artist that I love, I go hard for it. These are my Spotify statistics for when I first found Stray Kids, right? I started studying Stray Kids on December 6th, 2020. That's when I discovered them. So let's go 3 months from that date, okay? I listened to Stray Kids 7,309 times, and my second most streamed artist had 95 streams. I hyperfixate so hard. I fell down that hole. I nosedived so far down that hole. And still, they're my most streamed artist by so much. I get fixated. When they release an album, when they released No Easy, I listened to that whole album 200 times the first week that it came out. But the thing is I don't get sick of them. Not a single song have I listened to the point where I can't listen to it anymore. The last time I did that, I think, was Drive by Halsey. That came out 2015. At that time, she only had her EP, Room 93, and it was coming up to the release of Badlands. I was so excited. She released Drive, and I listened to just that one song on loop for a full week. It was the only song I listened to all day at school. The only song on loop for a full week. Or maybe it was a few days. I don't know. It was several days up until Badlands was released. It's the only song I listened to. And then I couldn't listen to it for like 2 years. And it's a fucking good song. But I ruined it for myself. At least now with like Stray Kids and stuff, they release full albums. So I don't just listen to one song. If I listen to only one song on loop, it might happen, but I'm listening to a full album, so I never get sick of it. It can go on forever and ever and ever. Someone pointed out, though, it's been a conversation on Twitter recently, that Stray Kids music is really good for, like, neurodivergent brains. A lot of people who stan Stray Kids are neurodivergent because their music is, like, so interesting. It, like, stimulates your brain in a really good way. And it's, like, you're not ever bored, but it's also not too much. It's, like, the perfect balance of, like, and, like, You know, it's brilliant. Stand Stray Kids. That's all I'm trying to say. Me staring at my calculator app for 45 seconds before I remember I was trying to open my clock app to set an alarm. This is a daily struggle. I do this every day. I do this literally every day. They don't even look the same. They don't look the same. Why do I always open my calculator? Why do I always do that? How do I do that every time? They're next to each other, sure, but like, why is it only those two that I get confused? How do I keep doing it? One time I opened the calculator instead of the weather app, and they're not even like anywhere near each other. Why do I do that? Do all introverts ever open up a text and think, I'll reply when I have the energy, and then it's 3 weeks and you have to live with the guilt of being a horrible friend? There is someone that I meant to reply to in December of 2020. And I didn't for a couple of weeks. And then it got a little bit late. And then I was like, I've left this too long. And then then for months, I would be like, I really want to talk to this person, but I never replied. And now I look like a bad friend. So I haven't talked to them since. I haven't talked to them. I lost a friend because we were like just starting to be friends and I got busy, I got overwhelmed, and then it was too late and now I can never talk to them ever again. I also just reply to people in my head sometimes. Do you ever do that? You like send a reply and you find out you never actually did that. That never happened. You just replied in your head. No, I have so many people I just don't talk to because I like forget to answer. And then it's been too long. It's been too long to reply. It doesn't help when you're trying to build friendships either. There's a lot of people that I like try really hard. Like I have like internet friends that I'm like, I really want to be actual friends with you. But I like after like a week, I struggle so much to like maintain talking to people. It's so hard. It's so hard to do. And I live far away from all of my friends. So like I barely talk to anyone. I've been back in New Zealand for 6 weeks and I've seen 2 people. Because I just forget to reply to other people to like organize meeting up. And it's just like, and then I have that object permanence thing where I'm like, well, we haven't talked for so long. I kind of just like don't care. Like I'd be so stoked to see you, but I like did kind of forget you existed. I hate not missing people, right? I feel kind of guilty. I feel so guilty. People are always like, I miss you so much. And I'm like, I don't though. I can't see you. We don't talk very often. It like doesn't impact me that much. And I feel kind of guilty. It's one of the reasons that like one of my exes and I broke up because I went to Tokyo for like 2.5 weeks and she was always like, I miss you. And I'm like, I'm not good at lying. I hate lying. So I could never say I miss you too. And she wasn't very happy about that, which is valid. It's valid. She was like, it's not working. I was like, yeah, no. But I just don't miss people. Not really. I miss doing things with people. Like when me and Kat were separated for a few weeks. I was like, I miss going and getting bubble tea together, you know? Because we lived together for such a long time and we've always talked all the time. That was like a change in routine. It's like I miss doing stuff with you. But overall, I don't typically miss people. I miss my dog though. I miss Biscuit. I miss him so much. I don't have a train of thought. I have 7 trains on 4 tracks that narrowly avoid each other when the paths cross and all the conductors are screaming. Yeah, that's a good way to describe my brain. You guys watch my videos. You see how many tangents I go on. You have no idea how many I have to cut out. I'm often filming for about 45 minutes and my videos are 20 minutes long. I go on so many random tangents that make no sense. I'm telling a story and I'll start telling it and then I'm like, wait, no, I forgot this crucial bit of information. And now I've forgotten the story that I'm telling, so I'm going on this way. And then I've forgotten what I'm talking about, so I'm gonna go this way. And oh wait, no, I've remembered the original point. So I'm going back over here to what now seems unrelated, but is actually the original story. And then I'm gonna forget what it is again and I'm gonna end up in a completely different place. And then wow, you've had 6 different stories and none of them were related to anything we were talking about because I forgot what the conversation we were having was. So, whoops. Sorry, I don't know how to hold straightforward conversations. It's not gonna work for me. I've already forgotten what you said. I have so many more, but I've been here for a really long time, so I'm going to have to end this video here. I hope that you've had a good time coming on this journey with me. I'm glad that I was finally able to get diagnosed and I'm able to try to find medication that works, and hopefully it'll improve my ability to focus and actually get work done, because especially recently it has been really difficult because, you know, I've got a lot more got a lot of responsibility now. Being self-employed is really difficult, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot that's a lot. I don't know many other words. Doing what I do, doing this, creating this type of content, I really am so grateful to be able to do this. But it is so difficult, and it is stressful, and it is emotionally draining, and it is really hard to stay motivated and to stay focused and to get shit done, because there's so many components, and sometimes it's just very overwhelming. Sometimes it's hard. It's just really difficult sometimes. And I'm really grateful for you all. And I'm really grateful for your support. And yeah, your support is obviously how I earn my money. And it's what has been able to allow me to get the help that I need. It's what's allowed me to go see a psychiatrist and to get diagnosed and to continue this journey. You know, I'm trying to find a therapist at the moment. It's just really hard finding new therapists, especially since I'm, you know, technically in a new country. The UK is still like kind of new for me. I don't know how it works. I've never gone through anything like that there before, so it's really overwhelming. It's really scary. So your support really does help. You watching my videos directly, you know, is what's allowing me to like eat and pay bills and travel. Like right now I'm visiting my family because you watch my videos and you support me through places like Patreon and buying my t-shirts, which my t-shirts that are only available until the 27th of June, and then the shop has to close down. It's a small business. It's been, you know, really hard during COVID, so if you want to go buy some shirts, you have a few days to do so, and it's also helping to support a small business who is really struggling and having to downsize by a lot. But yeah, see, there we go. Did one of my tangents. Do you all remember my Pride Kiwi plushie that I did last year? It was so much more successful than I ever expected. You all loved it so much, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so glad that you loved them because I did as well. Well, then you will be excited to know that I am once again working with Makeship for Pride Month to bring you a brand new plushie. It is Pride Kiwi's big sibling, Kiwi Fruity. And they're so cute. I love them so much. They're a bit bigger, but I'm so stoked with how this turned out. So we've got like the kiwi fruit, he's holding a little heart. Gotta have the rainbow inside. Yeah, I'm so stoked with how this came out. I really hope that you love them. They look really great with the kiwi bird plush too. If you have that, they look really cute together. And if you don't, still a really nice addition to the pillow hoard that you have on your bed. I know you all have 10 million pillows on your bed. I know you all have at least 6 plushies. This is a great addition. Plushie's best friend. I love them so much. He will be available through all of Pride Month, so all of June, starting June 1st all the way to the end of June, you'll be able to get these, and then they are gone forever. You will not be able to get them again. Just like the kiwi bird, unfortunately, is no longer available. You won't be able to get those anymore. You've got these guys now. She's so cute. Look at her. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. It's been a mess, but you know, that was basically in the title, so you're welcome. I gave you what you came for. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. A massive thank you to my Sprout and Above patrons whose names are up on the screen right now. And a huge thank you to my Kiwi Cat patrons. Wolf, Rosa, Talusk, Bobby, Sparrow, Josh, Mandy, Robbie, Christy, and I love and appreciate your support so much. Thank you so much for becoming patrons. If you would like to get videos a day early, outtakes, travel vlogs, a whole bunch of different stuff depending on where on the tiers you choose to be, then that would be greatly appreciated. It starts at only £1 a month for my videos a day early, and anything helps, so thank you. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, The Queer Kiwi, and Twitter, That Queer Kiwi. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah.